Hello, 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 Facebook fam. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Right? Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? It is Tuesday, and you know what goes down here on Tuesday? White Chat goes down here on Tuesday. So do me a huge, huge favor. And you guys, thank you so much for hopping on here. I truly appreciate you. When you get a moment, do me a favor and drop in the chat where you're watching me from. I hope you guys enjoyed your long weekend. I know that I did. Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure that you're dropping in the chat where you're joining me from. All I need to know is where you're joining me from. Just hit me up. I would love to give you a shout out. And again, you guys, thank you so, so much for joining me. I appreciate you. You have no idea. And if you're watching me on my YouTube channel, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. And so, again, I hope you guys had an amazing, amazing, amazing long holiday weekend. I know that I did. I spent time with my family, which I kind of do normally on the weekends, but we had a nice barbecue and spent and gave my grandbaby a lot of love and kisses because he came over with himself and he had a little cold, and I think he spread the love a little bit, but I'm believing God that I'm not going to get sick again. Make sure that you guys are, sending me. Make sure that you guys are putting in the chat where you're joining me from. So I appreciate you. I really do. I want to talk to you about a few things before we get into the chat tonight. You guys, I have a workshop for wives coming up called Surrender Your Baggage, right? Surrender Your Baggage. Hello from Arkansas. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you. No, Arkansas. Arkansas. I'm sorry. And so I appreciate you guys so much for hopping on. Before I get into this, I am doing a workshop for women called Surrender Your Baggage. And it's on June the 18th. And this is really a deep dive in to any women who are carrying around baggage, no matter how long you've been married, and how to release that. Hi, Felicia from St. Louis. I appreciate you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. And so again, I appreciate you guys for hopping on. If you are interested in that, my assistant has been on vacation, not vacation, her grandmother passed away. So she has not been able to update the banner on my homepage of my website. Hello, Tamika from San Antonio. I appreciate you. Hello from Louisiana. I appreciate you, Kim. So I will paste this in the link to this in the chat as well. But I want you to also visit my website and go under attend, and it's there as well. Again, hopefully you guys got the link that's in there. But again, tonight I want to talk to you guys, and this chat comes from a couple in Waco, Texas. My Texas people, whoop, 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 whoop. And they called me and they're like, Dr. Gail, we've been married 3 years. And the whole entire 3 years, we literally have been arguing over money, right? And let me just tell you that I understand what it is to argue over money. I understand what it is to be 100% broke. I understand what it is to argue over $5 whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 whole with Mr. Crowder. What's up, Jackie from San Antonio, Texas, my hometown? Lots of love coming your way. I appreciate you for getting on here. What's up, Barbara from PA? I appreciate you for getting on here. And thank you so much for all your support, Barbara. You are always on here supporting me, and I appreciate you. I really do. And so sharing the wife chat, please do. All you guys, please share the wife chat. I appreciate you. And thank you guys for joining me on my YouTube channel as well. And so Gil and I know what it is to fight over five whole dollars. When I say five, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole dollars. And it literally almost tore our marriage up because we were so broke we couldn't even pay attention. And so I understand. But this couple is from Waco, Texas. I had the pleasure of speaking with them. They've been married 3 years and they have been fighting over money for the last 3 years, right? Which is not a good thing. Okay, so let me give you some statistics. 86% of couples married less than 5 years started out in their marriage with over $6,000 plus dollars in debt already that they did not discuss with one another. 6,000 plus debt. Married couples under the been married 5 years and under 86% has started out in debt already, right? 73% of married couples married 5 plus years will admit that they have argued about money more around the holidays than any other time in their marriage. And when I'm talking about holidays, I'm talking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's Day, right? They argue, and birthdays. 73% of couples would admit that have been married 5 years or plus will admit that they have had at least a couple of arguments around those major holidays. And I would attest to that. Gil and I have arguments a lot around Christmas because he thinks I just go over the top and over the budget and all those kind of things. They only need 3 things. I buy them 10 and all those kind of things because I am a giver and I love to give, especially on people's Christmases and birthdays, and especially my kids. So I don't have control when it comes to that. Okay. So we're one of the 73%. I think it's higher, but I'm just going with the statistics. Only 33% of married couples will really admit that they came into the marriage with the same mindset when it comes to money. Only 33% of married people will say they came into their marriage with the same mindset about money. And what do I mean about mindset about money? Gilbert is definitely the saver. I'm definitely the spender, right? So that's my mindset. My mindset is I work hard, I should play hard. Gil's thing is you work hard, you should have some playtime, but you need to save for a rainy day. So that's where him and I differ a lot. And for years, I handled the money. And for years, I shopped and played hard and those kind of things. And, and paying for it now. And then when I said, okay, I'm the worst at money, and I had to realize, and I practice what I teach, right? So I relinquished the money. My life has changed because I don't have the stress or the strain of dealing with, paying the bills or anything like that. So in order to alleviate stress and strain when it comes to money in your household, I'm going to give you some tools and strategies that I know work. And most people are probably not going to agree with this money strategy, but it's all about bank accounts, right? It is literally all about the bank accounts, right? Because when you do what I'm saying that you should do with these bank accounts, it's going to take a lot of stress and strain off your marriage. It's going to keep you guys from arguing about buying stuff and all kind of different things if you just implement these things. And when I went back to school and got my license to be a counselor and all this kind of stuff, and family, and we understand that married people fuss a lot about sex and money. Sex and money. It used to be money and sex. Now it's sex and money. Okay. So this is the strategy that Gil and I use in our household, and it works beautifully. And it allows him to be his saver and saving for a rainy day, and it also allows me to be my spender and do what I need to do. Okay, so this is going to help this couple, and this hopefully it's going to help you guys if you're struggling when it comes to finances. Every couple should have 4 bank accounts, right? 4 bank accounts. One, two, three, four. Okay. The first bank account should be a joint account with both of you guys' names on it, right? And both of you guys should contribute to this equally, right? If you can. And if you cannot, then the person who makes the most money should contribute a little bit more, but the other person should contribute something to this bank account, right? And in this bank account, this is the biggest pot. This is where you pay your mortgage, your car note, your car insurance, your life insurance policy, your light bills, your water bills, your trash bills, your whatever that is. Thank you, Barbara, for putting that in there, right? In the chat for me. So this should be the joint account, and that's where the majority of all your money should go, right? And it should be just designated for those things, right? And you guys should have a discussion every single month. What is going out of there? You know, what came in there, what you contributing, and it should be a set amount regardless. And if you can, make it a direct deposit from your paycheck and his paycheck right into that set amount, okay? Because most of the time when you have your mortgage, your car note, and all those kind of things, those don't change. So that's set amount. That's the first account. The second account should be a joint savings account, right? Where you save whatever that set amount is. Gail, you're going to put 5 in, I'm going to put 5 in, okay? So every month we're saving $10. I'm just using that as an example. Whatever you can afford to put in there and not have to mess with the joint checking account, then do it, okay? Because everybody should have a savings account, whether you can only put $1 in there, 15 cents, 50 cents, or whatever. I'm telling you, you got to start saving something. Okay. All right. The third account should be the she account. And what is the she account? You know how women have their she sheds? You should have a she account. And that's the account that is only in your name. That's the account where you give Gail her allowance. That's the account where Gail go get her hair done, her nails done. She can buy her extra 10 birthday gifts or 10 Christmas gifts or whatever she wants to do, because Gail does not have to account for that money. Right? That's the fun part. Because if I want to buy Gail a gift, he can't see how much I paid for it, when I bought it. We don't have to have any discussion because that's my she account. Right? Then he should have, the fourth account should be the he account, right? His man cave account. That's where he can go hang out with his buddies, buy his Nike tennis shoes, whatever he wants. He can buy that out of there, and Gail ain't asking him, why did you go buy that stupid so-and-so, and why did you do this, and why did you do that, and why did you do it? Because I don't care, because I can't see it, right? And the thing is that when you establish those 4 accounts, the joint checking account, that's where the biggest pool of money goes, and it's consistent. And when you establish that savings account, right? Because that's when you're saving for the rainy day, right? And then the she account and the he account, right? And again, for us, we have another account that we give our tithes and offerings out of it, and we do that once a month. But that, I mean, everybody can do what they want to do when it comes to their tithes and offerings. But we do have another account where that automatically comes out, because that's how we roll, right? But everybody does not, that's not a requirement, but I'm saying at least set up those 4 accounts. Sounds like Dave Ramsey's theories. My husband preaches the way. Well, yeah. Well, Kim, I didn't know that Dave Ramsey does that, but I thought Dave Ramsey did this like envelope kind of thing. It may become a problem when one can't save like the other. Well, Tamika, that's why you have to come up with a set amount that you both can agree on when it goes into that savings account. And like I said, you don't have to start big. A lot of people think that you have to start big to start saving. Start saving something. And like I said, even if it's 50 cents or a dollar or $5 or $10, start saving something, right? Because even though you think, oh, it's only $10, if you keep adding it up, it's going to add up to hundreds and then thousands. Trust and believe me. Can you name the four accounts again? I surely can, Angie. How are you, sweetie? The four accounts is a joint checking account where the biggest pool of your money goes, right? And that's where all the major bills are paid out of that, right? Nothing else comes out of that but the major bills. The second one is a joint savings account, right? And with that joint savings account, you agree on a set amount that you put in there and you don't touch it. And the only way the way we have ours set up, and I'm not saying that you need to go this extra mile, nobody can take the money out of the savings account because it's not connected to the joint checking. So that way we have to physically go in there and we have to tell each other we're about to take money out of the savings account. Okay. So the second one is a joint savings account, Angie. The third one is what I call the she account, where that's my allowance. That's where Gail can go buy, do whatever I want to do. I go get my hair, my nails, buy, my jewelry. I go buy Christmas gifts, whatever I want to buy out of that account, I buy it out of that account, right? And it's a set amount that goes in there every time I get paid, right? And then there's what I call the he account. The account where Gail goes and, to me, it used to be when I could see what he's buying. I'm like, why did you go buy Cold Stone 5 times this week? That's dumb to me, right? But he can go buy Cold Stone and it doesn't affect me because I don't care, because I don't get a chance to see what he's buying, right? So that way, if he chooses to buy me a birthday gift or surprise me with something, I'm not trying to account where that money went and what it's for because I don't even see it, and vice versa. Okay. So those are the four accounts that you really should have. And again, we have a fifth account where it's 10% automatically goes in there because we give our tithes and our offerings, once a month. Okay. You're welcome, Angie. And so my prayer is that this will help not just this new couple who has been arguing over money for 3 years now, right? But will help us people who've been married for a long time. And Gil and I just implemented this about 10 years ago because literally I would get on his nerves going to get my hair done and not tell him, and vice versa. So when we decided to get what we call his account and my account, and we don't have to argue about those things anymore. We don't have to argue about, man, you went and spent $200 getting your hair done when the mortgage is about to come out, right? Man, why did you go buy that Gil would go buy electronics and stuff, and I'm like, we got enough TVs, why are you buying, just crazy stuff. To me, that's crazy stuff, but to him, that's what he worked for, right? And so that's how we operate. And then we don't operate on credit cards. So we have 2 major credit cards, and one of them is what we consider our vacation credit card, right? And this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but I'm just telling you guys, we have a vacation credit card. We only use that credit card once a year to go on vacation, no holds bar, and then we work all year long to pay that back off so we can rinse and repeat again. Okay. And so, but for years we couldn't afford to go on vacation. So now that we can, we do it. And when we do it, we go big. Okay. Well, what we consider big, right? What y'all consider big is totally 2 different things. And so that's how we have been able to manage and not argue over money and not fall short and not be frustrated and mad at one another, because when I home with those shoes, it's not affecting anything else. I ain't got to hide them no more and say I didn't have them for 15 years. Y'all know how we do, right? I ain't got to do any of those things because it's not affecting something else. Okay. And so my prayer that this teaching has helped somebody, right? Again, I'll be doing workshops throughout the whole entire year. Tamika, you know about that line about the shoes. You done had them forever, putting them up under the bed or taking them out the box, like you done had them stacked in the closet for a long time. I used to be a pro at that. Probably could have taught a class on how to act like you done had stuff for years and know you just bought it, right? But see, I couldn't manipulate and lie too good because it was all coming out of one pot. But when I got my own pot, I can do what I want to do because it ain't affecting something else, right? And so you guys, if you are carrying a lot of baggage, a lot of weight or whatever, look at Surrender Your Baggage. I would love to have you guys on June the 18th. Also, you guys know if you have anything you want to talk to me about on Wife Chat, please, please, please inbox me, shoot me an email or whatever. I'm an open book. I will answer any of your questions. I will never put your name or anything out there. I will just say where this person is from or whatever. Thank you so much for supporting everything that I do. You guys don't understand how blessed I am to have you guys as part of my life. I probably don't know all of you guys, but I know a lot of you guys who are on here, and I appreciate you guys for sharing. I appreciate you for your questions. I appreciate you for all your support. You guys, I love what I do every single day, and God is allowing me to transform marriages around the world. And it was just a vision, and actually before I even started acting on it, for the simple fact is because I was the problem in the marriage. And he said, Gail, your voice and your behavior and you just being you is going to help transform marriages around the world. And I was like, yeah, whatever, but it's happening. So I thank God for him speaking that into existence because I really have found my purpose on this earth. And so again, I love you guys to pieces. If you need me, you know how. And again, thank you guys so much for sharing this. Hopefully this teaching has been helpful to you guys and that you do think about, showing up a different way in your marriage financially. Bye.